The video begins, and we're told that 100 years ago, after the return of spirit chi, it became the most fundamental energy in the world. Under the influence of spirit chi, living beings evolved in two directions. One was the wild evolution, similar to ancient ancestors, which enhanced their physical power. The second was spiritual mutation, which focused on energy-based attacks. In response, humans developed all kinds of spirit chi professions, such as the Spirit Beast Observer, which now has 37 million followers, and the Spirit Material Analyst, which has 69 million followers. At that moment, our main character is looking at his phone. On the screen it says, "If I get bitten by a ghostly thorn bristle spider, what should I do?" Below that it continues, "Please, this is amazing. A spirit chi professional is absolutely essential. Order now for only 9,998 and get a chance to win a top-grade treasure. Participate now." Seeing this, our main character thinks, but for me, none of this really matters. Then he mutters, "Don't panic. Drink lots of hot water and lie down in a well-ventilated place so your body doesn't smell bad." Just then, a cat's paw appears. The cat looks very hot. We are told its name is Smarty, of the 100 Questions Beast species. It speaks to our main character saying, "Lin Yuan, it's so hot." Then it climbs onto Lin Yuan's head. Lin Yuan says, "Smarty, what are you doing?" Smarty replies, "I heard it's cooler at higher places." Then Smarty opens the window, begins enjoying the breeze, and happily says, "Wind's blowing! Wind's blowing! Don't forget to take your medicine. Although, this height isn't much cooler." Lin Yuan replies, I know. A little later, he goes to his spirit creature shop and starts cleaning. He narrates, "My name is Lin Yuan. I'm 18 years old, and I own a small spirit creature shop." He continues, "Although people in this world can use spirit chi to enhance the growth of living beings, for me, that's like a fairy tale." Then he shows his spirit creatures and explains, "I've been weak since childhood. Since the age of 8, I haven't been able to sense the existence of spirit chi at all. I can't even improve my physical condition like a normal person using spirit chi, let alone form a contract with a high-grade spirit creature. A single piece of cloth can't block the light. The weather is too hot, and there's no good way to cool things down." Just then, Smarty says, "This one's already about to wither." Then the story shows the spirit creature, species, Lily Lallara, grade, normal quality, type, normal low-grade spirit creature. Lin Yuan says, "Yeah. Being the lowest grade healing type spirit plant, it's not competitive at all. It's even worse than the green copper vine used for fodder." He thinks to himself, "Since the revival of spirit chi, all spirit creatures have been classified by grade and quality. Anything below copper grade is considered low grade. Almost no one is willing to spend resources raising low-grade spirit creatures, because compared to them, evolving high-grade ones is much easier. Just like how in the past 100 years, no one has ever heard of a 100 Questions Beast evolving." Just then, a little bird flies in carrying Lin Yuan's medicine and says, "Lin Yuan, your medicine!" We are told its name is Inin, species soundbird. Lin Yuan thanks it for bringing his medicine and thinks, "With my weak body, even forming contracts with low-grade creatures like Smarty and Inin made me dizzy for 2 whole weeks. Sensing spirit chi to help them grow or level up is out of the question." He opens his shop and sits down. Even after an hour, no one comes to buy his spirit creatures. Smarty asks, "Do humans really love sleeping? Why is there no one on the street?" Lin Yuan replies, "What nonsense are you talking about?" Then he starts calling out, "Everyone, come take a look, we have some very fine-looking green creepers today." A mother and daughter walk by. The little girl points at Smarty and says, "Mom, look. That's a 100 Questions Beast. Just like Keeks. She's holding a cat in her arms." Smarty politely greets them, saying, "Would you like to buy some green creepers?" But the other cat mocks him. "Look at this 100 Questions Beast. Its fur is so dry and gray. You can tell it's a leftover. It's nowhere near my level." Smarty yells, "Leftover? What nonsense! We're both 100 questions beasts. If you've got guts, let's settle this with rock, paper, scissors. Lin Yuan quickly calms him down. Hey, stop it! How are you even going to play rock, paper, scissors with those paws? To cheer you up, how about I take you out for a walk? Smarty says. Leaving the shop sounds good. Lin Yuan replies. It's fine. We don't have any business anyway. Smarty cheers. Lin Yuan. Let's go buy some meat. If I'd eaten a few more pieces of pork breast, I'd definitely have become smarter. Then I wouldn't have lost. A while later, Smarty is crying. Yinine comes over and says, Smarty, don't be sad. Even if you're not as smart as other 100 questions beasts, at least you're cheap. Smarty starts crying harder. Hearing that just made it worse, you know. Then Lin Yuan walks in, wearing a new patterned shirt, thinking, if only I could sense spirit chi. Suddenly, from his side, a pig charges at him. Smarty spots it first and warns, Lin Yuan, look to your left. Seeing it, Lin Yuan is shocked. A blunt armored pig? What's it doing near the park? Did something happen at the farm? But Smarty, seeing only food, attacks it, shouting, A mountain of wild pork breast has appeared! Lin Yuan is startled by Smarty's reckless attack. Before the pig can crush Smarty, Lin Yuan jumps in and saves him, yelling, Are you trying to get yourself killed? Smarty, you can't beat it! The pig grows enraged. Lin Yuan thinks, It's angry? Blunt armored pigs are gentle creatures. Normally what Smarty did shouldn't make it this mad. What's going on? The pig starts chasing Lin Yuan. Running for his life, Lin Yuan pants. So tired. I feel even weaker than usual today, Smarty calls out. Lin Yuan, are you okay? Suddenly Lin Yuan's foot twists, and he falls hard to the ground. Before the pig can strike, Yinine flies in front of him, shouting, Lin Yuan! I'll protect you! Smarty too becomes furious, standing in front and yelling, Come at me, pork breast! Lin Yuan gasps, No! I can't pass out now! You too, run! The next instant, Lin Yuan finds himself in another place. He's shocked. Where am I? A voice calls out. Lin Yuan? He turns around. There's a large copper ring glowing behind him. He stares and thinks, That copper ring, is that the one I lost when I was 8? After my blood dripped on it, it disappeared. The copper ring begins to float toward him. As it touches his hand, Lin Yuan whispers, I can feel it, it's coming back. The spirit chi I couldn't sense since I was 8, it's returning. The giant copper ring fuses onto his hand, and Lin Yuan regains consciousness. Meanwhile, the pig is still chasing Smarty, who's barely dodging. Seeing Lin Yuan awake, Smarty cries out, Lin Yuan! You're up! The pig raises its foot, ready to crush Smarty. Yinine screams, Do something quickly! Lin Yuan activates the ring and thinks, No, even with this little spirit chi, there's not much time to act. The ring glows, power surges through him. Suddenly, he can see information about the pig, like a system interface. Name, Z. Species, blunt armored pig. Grade, normal. Level 3, type, defense domain. Quality, normal. Lin Yuan exclaims, I can see it. I can clearly see all the information. It's level 3. Smarty and the others aren't even level 1 yet. He shouts, Dodge, Smarty! It's attacking from the right. Smarty quickly jumps aside and barely avoids the strike. Lin Yuan thinks, No, even though he dodged, the difference in strength is still too great. He looks at the ring and mutters, I need more power. I wish you were contracted with me. At that moment, Yinine attacks the pig with a sonic blast, screaming, Don't you dare hurt Smarty! Lin Yuan watches in shock. The light from the ring is the same as Yinine's energy. He thinks, This glow, it's the same as Yinine's. Could it be? Are they about to evolve? Is it because of this bracelet's power? Then, Yinine's sound attack hits the pig, but at the same time, it also affects Smarty. Hearing that loud noise, Smarty screams, Yinine! Why is your voice so much louder than yours usually is? Lin Yuan looks over and thinks, no, even if both of them are on the verge of evolution, the gap between level 1 and level 3 is still far too great. The pig must have a weak point somewhere. Meanwhile, Smarty keeps running from the pig, yelling, Meow! Breast pork is too strong! Yanin, worried, asks Lin Yuan. Oh, Lin Yuan, what should we do? Lin Yuan answers firmly. Yanin, sing something to get its attention. Any tune will do, just make it loud. Yanin nods nervously. Oh, okay. I'll try. Then she starts singing as loudly as she can. Lin Yuan covers his ears immediately so he doesn't have to hear the thunderous melody. He mutters, Good thing I've got experience as a sparring partner more than 400 times. But the pig gets enraged by Yanin's singing, turning its furious eyes toward her. Seeing that look, Yanin panics and runs. So I'm only here to give Smarty a break, huh? She cries. Lin Yuan shouts, Yanin! Turn around and attack its eyes. If it can't see, it'll stop. Yanin answers, Okay. Watch this. But when she tries to unleash her move, it fails. Weird. Why can't I use that move now? Why isn't it working? Lin Yuan grimaces. Of all times, my spiritual power had to run out right now. He clenches his fist and pleads to the ring. I'm begging you, just hold on a little longer. The moment he says that, Yanin suddenly feels power flowing into her again. Ha! I can feel energy returning to me. She gasps. Then she spreads her wings and attacks, her feathers slicing through the air, just enough to distract the pig. Seeing the opening, Lin Yuan shouts, Smarty! Now's your chance. Attack quickly. Smarty leaps from Yanin's wings, yelling, Don't worry, Lin Yuan. You're talking to Smarty here. Of course I know. Hit the nose. He swings his paw and strikes the pig right on its snout. But the pig flings him away with a violent jolt, making Smarty's head swell up instantly. Lin Yuan, we won, right? Smarty groans. Lin Yuan nods weakly. Yes, we won. You guys were amazing. You drove it away. Then he collapses, unconscious. The pig stumbles off, fleeing elsewhere. A little distance away, a woman is pushing a lame old man in a wheelchair. The man spots the pig and says, I was wondering why this place felt strange. What's a blunt-armored pig doing here? The woman peers closely and notices a single feather stuck in the pig's body. Her eyes widen. That feather, isn't it from little Yuan's house? She exclaims. She quickly turns to the man. Old Li, I'm leaving this to you. I'm going to find little Yuan first. Old Li nods. Go quickly. Then, his eyes glow red. He murmurs to his spirit creature. Sorry, my old friend, for troubling you again. The scene shifts back to Lin Yuan. He finds himself once more inside that same strange place where he first summoned the ring. He looks around and mutters. This place again. Ever since I first dreamed of it, I've been walking endlessly. I can't even remember how long. But I still have to thank you for sharing your spiritual power with me during that desperate moment. At that, the ring begins to react. Lin Yuan looks around the glowing space, thinking. This area looks around 40 to 50 square meters. Could this be the so-called internal space of a spirit creature? He turns to the ring. Is this your ability, Mobius? Then the explanation appears before him. Name, Mobius. Species, unknown. Grade, normal grade, level 1. Quality, normal quality. Type, special/mystic type. Skills, true data, reveals hidden information invisible to the naked eye. It exposes truths concealed beneath the surface. Calm mind, passive effect increases with the creature's level, keeps the mind tranquil and reduces the chance of negative status effects. Lin Yuan thinks, I've already seen what true data can do, and calm mind, didn't that develop when it helped Yanin with her singing practice? Wait, it has an exclusive trait. Usually, that only appears at bronze rank. A normal grade spirit with an exclusive trait. Could this be a legendary divine treasure, or a fantasy breed? Then another description appears. listing its unique characteristics. Exclusive trait, lock. The space within Mobius can store spirit creatures. When first stored, the spirit creature's starting level cannot exceed Mobius's current level. Mobius cannot level up on its own. It only levels up when a stored spirit creature does. It also acquires that creature's initial skill but gains no new skills from leveling. Each time Mobius advances a rank, the number of spirit creatures it can store increases by 1. Lin Yuan reads all this and thinks, wait a minute, does that mean I can only contract with level 1 normal grade spirit beasts right now? Mobius can only level up if I raise one myself. To make another contract, I'll have to raise a level 1 spirit beast until it advances to level 10. But even raising low-rank spirit beasts is incredibly expensive. At this rate, even a rich man would go broke in minutes. And me? I'm already broke. Still, it's better than nothing. At least now I can sense spiritual power again. Maybe there's still a chance for things to change in the future. Then he hears a voice. Doctor, you said he only suffered mental shock and some fatigue, right? Then why hasn't he woken up yet? It's been half a day already. Hearing that voice, Lin Yuan recognizes it instantly. That voice, is that Andy Zhang from next door? Looks like it's time for me to wake up. Outside, Yanin and Smarty are shaking him awake. Lin Yuan! Lin Yuan! Meow meow! Lin Yuan opens his eyes. I'm fine. Why are you both so worried that you can't even speak properly? Andy Zhang, relieved, says. Finally, you're awake. The doctor adds. Your aunt was really worried. Let me run one more checkup, just to be safe. Lin Yuan waves his hand. That's not necessary, but Auntie Zhang insists. Little Yuan, you were unconscious for almost 10 hours. If you're sick, you need treatment. You don't want a small illness to turn into something serious, do you? Lin Yuan sighs and lies back on the bed. All right, Auntie Zhang. He narrates to us, Uncle Li and Auntie Zhang have always taken care of me and my little sister. But maybe it's too soon to tell Auntie Zhang about my contract with Mobius. The doctor then releases his spirit creature, a fish. The data appears, name, cleansing Vibacarp. Species, Siphonina siphonis. Grade, elite grade, level 4, type, water type. Quality, elite quality. Skills, tail sweep, leaps and attacks with its tail. Cleanse, absorbs surrounding mental trauma to soothe abnormal mental conditions. Lin Yuan observes and thinks, as expected of an elite grade creature, what a rare skill. After the checkup, the doctor says, everything seems fine. I'll be going now. My wife's waiting for me for dinner. Auntie Zhang nods. Thank you, doctor. Once he leaves, Uncle Li's spirit creature brings dinner for Lin Yuan, saying, Dinner's ready. Auntie Zhang smiles and tells him, Little Yuan, your Uncle Li made this nutritious meal just for you. If you don't appreciate it, don't bother eating it. Lin Yuan quickly accepts it. I wouldn't dare, Auntie Zhang. Yanin sniffs and says, It smells so good. Smarty adds, Wow, that's breast pork. Looking at Uncle Li's spirit creature, Lin Yuan narrates, Uncle Li's terror rabbit has always been rather mysterious. It's not as quick or agile as other terror rabbits. Let's see, he activates true data, but what he sees shocks him. As you can see, the data shows name, species, grade, type, quality, skills. Everything is covered in question marks, Lin Yuan realizes. It even has 2 exclusive traits, and more importantly, this isn't a terror rabbit at all. The next morning, Lin Yuan was out jogging early. After a while, he stopped, breathing hard. He couldn't keep going any longer. He thought to himself, ever since I got out of the hospital, I've been jogging an hour every day. But this is still too intense for me. Since I don't have any spirit chi, I've had to train my body from scratch since childhood. Maybe I should give up on combat professions and think about taking a life-type profession instead. Just as he was lost in thought, Uncle Li and Aunt Zhang came walking up. Seeing him jogging, Uncle Li said, Xiao Yuan, exercising early in the morning, huh? Lin Yuan replied with a smile. Yeah, just trying to stay healthy. Then, discreetly, He scanned Uncle Lee's leg, and the data appeared before him. Name: bone-devouring worm. Source: worm of rotting bone. Level: platinum rank or higher. Effect: biological toxin element, mental curse. Seeing this, Lin Yuan thought grimly, a rotting bone silkworm burrows into flesh and sacrifices itself to form a bone-devouring gangrene. For Uncle Lee to have sealed off such a dangerous toxin in his lower leg for all these years, that means his spirit chi professional level must be at least king rank. If that's true, then maybe that fright lion is the same, severely injured, hiding its power while recovering. They're concealing tremendous strength. As Uncle Lee and Aunt Zhang were about to leave, Aunt Zhang turned to him and said, "Xiao Yuan, remember to call if you need anything. Don't try to handle all the bills and work by yourself." Lin Yuan smiled. "Uncle, Auntie, don't worry about me." After they left, he murmured, "Uncle Lee has looked after me in Shaoxi for so long. I just wish there were a way to heal his injury. I don't know if I'll ever be able to do it." Later, he arrived at his spirit creature shop and scanned a creature. Name: green creeper. Species: Hexastar family, creep vine subgroup. Grade: normal grade, level 1. Type: grass type. Quality: normal quality. Looking at the data, he blinked in surprise. Elite quality? Wait, it was normal quality yesterday. How did it improve? That means my spirit chi isn't just leaking out, it's actually being channeled into spirit creatures, letting them absorb it and evolve. Excited, he clenched his fists. Let's try again. This time, I'll raise the difficulty and use a healing type. Lily Laura. A note appeared beside the green creeper's profile. Green creeper is the lowest tier spirit creature, equivalent to a pet. It's mostly used as feed. When Lin Yuan infused it with spirit chi, the creature began to glow and evolved. Name: Lily Laura. Species: Crassulaceae family, Ionium genus. Grade: elite grade, level 1. Type: wood type. Quality: normal quality. Skills: heal, restores external injuries. Fragrance: its refreshing scent reduces tension. Seeing this, Lin Yuan's eyes lit up. It worked! An elite grade Lily Laura! With this healing skill, its value has increased at least tenfold. He called out cheerfully. Smarty! Yen! Stop sleeping and come here, look at this! Yen fluttered over and said, Lin Yuan, I think we leveled up. Smarty jumped onto Lin Yuan's shoulder, rubbing against him proudly. Both of them had indeed leveled up. He scanned Smarty. Name: 100 questions beast. Species: Felidae family, sapien cat genus. Grade: normal grade, level 2. Type: psychic type. Quality: normal quality. Skills: precise memory, can perfectly recall even the tiniest details. Smarty puffed out his chest. Before I could only remember 1 piece of roast pork, but now I can remember 30. Then he scanned Yen. Name: Soundbird. Species: Warbler family, song lover genus. Grade: normal grade, level 3. Type: sound type. Quality: normal quality. Skills: none, new skill not yet unlocked. Yen chirped. My singing has improved so much. La la. Seeing both of them evolve, Lin Yuan couldn't help but grin. Not bad, not bad. I finally got my golden finger. We're going to be rich. Yen tilted her head. Golden finger? What's that? Lin Yuan froze for a second, then thought, wait, this is far more than just getting rich. Evolving spirit creatures is incredibly hard. Most creatures need a creator who uses precious materials and spirit medicines just for a slim chance to trigger evolution. But I can do it alone. This is an unbelievable ability. People would kill to have it. If I'm not careful, like they say, the tallest tree catches the strongest wind. I can't protect myself yet. This secret must never get out. To use this power safely, I'll need to slowly become a creator. Using that profession as a cover, that's the only way to stay safe long term. Otherwise, I'll only invite disaster. Just then, Smarty called. Lin Yuan! Lin Yuan! Your phone's ringing. It's from Chu Shi. Yen brought the phone to him. Lin Yuan smiled and said, Thanks. Then he thought, oh right, it's time for her first spirit creature contract. He answered, Hello? Chu Shi? Brother, came her cheerful voice. I haven't called for 2 days. How are you feeling? I'm feeling much better, he said. I was even planning to clean up the backyard today. What? Chu Shi shouted. You don't have any spirit chi to support you. What are you thinking? Don't touch the backyard until I come home. He laughed softly. I'm just doing a little cleaning, nothing serious. Don't worry, your big brother's not that weak. Remember our promise, focus on your studies at school. Don't waste your talent. I know, she said gently. After hanging up, she murmured to herself, Big brother, I won't let you down. Then class began at her academy. The teacher addressed the students. All right, class. In the next 2 days, you'll all form your first spirit creature contracts. I don't need to tell you how important this is. While a spirit creature's grade and quality are crucial, your own professional level affects your combat performance too. Each combat profession has its own compatibility range. If you choose a spirit creature that doesn't match your affinity, the contract will be very difficult and might even damage your mental strength. Even for life-type professionals like artisans or viewers, you need deep understanding of spirit creatures to fuse spiritual materials properly. And since our class focuses on training combat-type professionals, you must carefully consider the synergy between your creatures. After class ended, students began to leave, but the teacher stopped Chu Shi. Chu Shi, wait a minute. The teacher frowned slightly. Are you really sure about the spirit creature you want to contract with? I know your family situation, but your talent is exceptional. The Federation's 100 Sons selection is coming up soon. You can't waste this chance. Chu Shi hesitated. Teacher, Before she could finish, the scene shifted, back to Lin Yuan's shop. Lin Yuan was working hard, upgrading spirit creatures. After hours, he finally yelled. Finally! I did it! I've upgraded 300 Lily Loras to elite grade. That's worth at least 20,000 Federation coins. That should be enough to buy a high-grade spirit creature for Chu Shi's contract. Just then, his phone rang. He frowned. An unknown number? A new customer, maybe? Perfect timing. I was just about to finish for the day. He answered. Hello? Who's this? A woman's voice came from the other end. Are you Chu Shi's guardian? Do you know that she's planning to contract a gray beetle? How could she waste her incredible talent like that? Lin Yuan's expression changed. A gray beetle? That's a normal grade spirit creature you can buy for 200 coins. Aggressive, useless skills. No one contracts with them. They're only good as feed for higher grade insect eaters. The woman continued sharply. Chu Shi's affinity range covers all defense-type spirit creatures. In the entire Violet Thorn City, only a few people have such talent. Her guardian should prepare an elite-grade defense-type spirit creature for her first contract. Lin Yuan quickly replied. Understood. Thank you, teacher. I'll make sure a suitable creature is sent to the school within 2 days. After hanging up, he muttered. Elite grade. I'll need at least 100,000 Federation coins. Time's short. I have to upgrade all these normal grade green creepers to elite grade, sell them off, and buy a top-tier defense-type spirit creature for Chu Shi. Then, the scene shifts to the next day. We see Lin Yuan, looking completely exhausted. He explains what happened. After channeling spirit chi the entire night, I feel completely drained. But I managed to finish just in time. He covers his spirit ring and mutters. The spirit creature market is a strange place. Better to hide this, just to be safe. Sitting atop his head is Smarty, and Lin Yuan asks, Smarty, do you really want to come with me? Smarty replies proudly. Of course. That excuse doesn't work on me anymore. Besides, bargaining is the job of the 100 Questions Beast, Lin Yuan sighs. Ever since he evolved, he's become so stubborn and disobedient. Just then, a horse carriage pulls up. The driver shouts. Rides here! All passengers, please wait behind the yellow line. Seeing the carriage, Smarty tilts his head. This looks a little different from the buses I know. Lin Yuan chuckles. That's because you've read history books, not modern transportation guides. A century after the Spirit Chi revival, spirit creatures began replacing many of our old steel machines. He climbs into the carriage. The driver warns, hold on tight. Then he whips the reins, and the carriage surges forward so fast that Smarty nearly falls off. Lin Yuan catches him just in time. And meow! This thing's actually pretty fast. Smarty yelps. The driver laughs. You heading to the spirit creature market too, little brother? You picked a great day for it. Lin Yuan asks. Why is that? Did a new batch of spirit creatures arrive? The driver replies. Haven't you seen the news? A few days ago, a dimensional rift opened about 30 miles outside Xia County. It took the Violet Thorn Guards 2 full days and nights to hunt down all the aberrant insects and stabilize the area. They say a squad of guards is still stationed nearby. Lin Yuan is stunned. Violet Thorn Guards? The driver continues. That rift opened right beside a spirit creature breeding base. Most of the creatures there were killed or wounded, and the surviving staff are now selling the injured ones at the market. Hearing that, Smarty remembers something and says, so that's how that blunt-armed pig got out. The driver chuckles. Especially the blunt-armed pigs, tons of them escaped. I caught one cheap yesterday. Once it hit the table, my whole family tore into it. The rest we hung up to dry. Lin Yuan gives him a thumbs up. You're amazing, big brother. In that case, please drop us at the intersection nearest to that stall. Inwardly, he thinks, this is perfect. Severely injured or crippled spirit creatures shouldn't cost much. I might get a really good deal here. A short while later, they arrive at the market. Smarty hops down excitedly. All right, leave the rest to me, Lin Yuan. So, what kind of spirit creature are we buying? And what's our budget? Lin Yuan replies. A defensive type elite grade spirit creature. As for the price, it'll be at least 100,000 Federation coins. Smarty's ears twitch. But we've got less than 20,000 in savings, Lin Yuan says. That's why we're going to trade the green creepers and Lily Laura's I upgraded last night. Smarty frowns. And meow. Someone's definitely going to rip us off. Normal grade green creepers sell for about 1,500 to 3,000 each. Even if we sell 20, we'll still come up short. As they browse, Lin Yuan looks around the stalls and thinks, are these plants calling out to me? I can clearly sense which spirit creatures I'm drawn to and which I'm not. The fainter the light, the friendlier their aura. But, clear ponds, nether orchid, snow lily, thousand-hand jade, could my affinity range really be this broad? My compatibility with healing and support types is high, and plant-type spirit creatures naturally feel close to me. Chu-Shi's affinity is for defensive types, that means. Before he can finish, Smarty shouts. Lin Yuan! Come look at this! Smarty is in the middle of haggling with a shopkeeper. The shopkeeper says, 80,000. Smarty, 10,000. Shopkeeper, 70,000. Smarty, 15,000. Shopkeeper, 60,000. Final offer, Smarty, 20,000 or no deal. Lin Yuan scans the creature. Name, tough-hide rabbit. Species, Leporti rodentia. Grade, elite grade, level 1. Type, defensive. Quality, normal. Skill, harden hide, grows a keratinized shield over its skin to block physical damage. Seeing that, Lin Yuan hurriedly grabs Smarty. Sorry. My 100 questions beast gets a little carried away sometimes. Smarty protests. What are you doing, Lin Yuan? If I'd kept going, I could have gotten it for 20,000. Lin Yuan lowers his voice. Ever heard of checking other shops first? They move on. The next spirit creature is scanned. Name, Laudatus. Species, Testinity geochelone. Grade, normal grade, level 3. Type, defensive. Quality, normal. Skill, enlarge, increases body size, retracts head and limbs into shell for defense. Lin Yuan shakes his head. Grade's too low. I don't have time to level it up. Smarty mutters. And it's so slow. Then they find another, name, Phantom Clawfox. Species, Vulpid glossus. Grade, Elite Grade, Level 1. Type, Defensive. Quality, Normal. Skill, Roll out, curls body into a sphere to move by rolling, using its spirit pack sound to deflect damage. Lin Yuan sighs. Not much different from the tough-hide rabbit. Smarty snorts. If it's this timid, how will it protect Chu Shi? Should we reconsider the tough-hide rabbit? Lin Yuan shakes his head. Let's keep looking. I need to think this through. After a while, his eyes fall on a sheep. He scans it. Name, Coiled Horn Sheep. Species, Caprini ovis. Grade, Elite Grade, Level 6. Type, Rock Type. Quality, Perfect. Skills, Parry Block, uses its large horns to block attacks. Horn Assault, charges at the target with immense force. He thinks excitedly, a perfect quality specimen, and it even has a control-type Spirit Beast skill. Then he notices another of the same kind, name, Coiled Horn Sheep. Species, Caprini ovis. Grade, Elite Grade, Level 7. Type, Rock Type. Quality, Perfect. Skill, Shockhorn, strikes the target with vibrating horns, causing paralysis from high-frequency tremors. His eyes light up. He turns to the shopkeeper. Sir, how about 100,000 for your coiled horn sheep? The shopkeeper replies. Wait, I need to call my wife. Smarty whispers. Lin Yuan, I checked the online prices yesterday. A coiled horn sheep only goes for about 500 coins. Even rare ones max out around 10,000. This is what they call new rich behavior. Lin Yuan grins. This is what we call showing sincerity. You still have much to learn about haggling. After a short call, the shopkeeper returns. 100,000 Federation coins, not one less. Lin Yuan's face darkens. What a ripoff! He mutters. I don't think there's any other defensive-type spirit creature around here. Smarty folds his arms. If it's come to this, I might as well pay more for that coiled horn sheep. It's for Chu Shi, after all. Just then, another vendor shouts. Thank you everyone for your support these past few days. All spirit beast meat has been sold out. My apologies to those who didn't get any. A crowd gathers, complaining. How could it be sold out already? Boss, I see some heavily injured spirit beasts in there. Why not just butcher those? Who knows when we'll get another deal like this? Hearing that, Lin Yuan's eyes light up. Heavily injured spirit beasts. Smarty groans. Meow. Lin Yuan, now's not the time to think about pork. The scene shifts to the vendor inside. The man sighs. I feel bad for the poor creatures inside, and sorry for keeping you all waiting. If anyone's interested, you can take a look inside. Only 3 are left. Buy them, and I guarantee you profit. The onlookers scoff. Are you joking? Who'd buy heavily injured spirit beasts for meat? Even if we did, how would we heal them? Who has money to hire a creator? Forget it, there are no good deals left here. They start leaving. Lin Yuan steps forward. The vendor looks up. You're late, little brother. All the meat's sold out. This stall won't be selling spirit beast meat anymore. Lin Yuan replies, Boss, I'm not here to buy meat. I want to see the spirit beast inside. He thinks the boss looks unstable. If I try negotiating now, he might throw me out. But I'm not the same as before. He activates his skill, Calm Mind. The vendor visibly relaxes. The man says, Kid, I'm not much older than you. Just call me Brother Yang. Inside are 3 heavily injured spirit creatures. I'll show you. He leads Lin Yuan inside. These 2 are web-spraying spiders. They look healthy from the front, but their abdomens are torn open. At this rate, they'll last 2 days at most. Smarty pinches his nose. Meow, they stink. Lin Yuan scans one name, web-spraying spider. Species, Araneomorphi araniidae. Grade, normal grade, level 10. Type, poison type. Quality, perfect. Skills, lay thread, secretes a thin, near-invisible silk trail along its path. Poison net, sprays a venom-coated web forward to trap targets. Lin Yuan's eyes widen. If not for the dimensional rift, this would have evolved into a copper rank spirit creature soon. What a discovery, he says excitedly. If it weren't injured, it could probably sell for 300,000 Federation coins on the market. Brother Yang nods. Even more than that. Control and poison type support creatures always fetch high prices. But now, if I get 150 coins for both, I'll consider myself lucky. Lin Yuan replies. Brother Yang, I'd like to buy both web-spraying spiders, but I don't have that much cash. Could I maybe trade some spirit creatures instead? Yang hesitates. Honestly, kid, once I sell this batch, I'm planning to open another breeding base and start over. I might not need whatever you're offering. He thinks privately kids will be kids. I shouldn't have gotten my hopes up. Lin Yuan says. What if they're elite grade green creepers? Yang pauses. Elite grade green creepers? What quality are they? Lin Yuan answers. I'm confident in their quality. If you want, you can visit my shop to inspect them yourself, Brother Yang. Yang's eyes widen. Elite grade green creepers? Those plants are priceless. Anyone selling them usually asks double the market price. If what this kid says is true, he gestures to the third cage. This is the last spirit creature I have. We put our heart into saving it, but... Lin Yuan scans it. Name, Rhino Rock. Species, Border Bison. Grade, Elite Grade, Level 10. Type, Earth Type. Quality, Epic. Skills, Rock Horns, coats its horns in rock, performing a reckless suicidal charge. Sacrifice, absorbs part of its contractor's damage on its own. Lin Yuan's eyes light up even more. An epic quality defensive creature on the verge of reaching copper rank. Perfect for Chu Shi. He asks, Brother Yang, how much for this Rhino Rock? Yang looks surprised. You're serious? Its condition isn't exactly promising. Lin Yuan smiles. It's perfect. How about 200,000 Federation coins? Yang freezes. Do you have a way to heal this Rhino Rock? Don't tell me, there's a creator behind you. To confirm his surprise, Yang asked Lin Yuan. Little brother, are you really planning to take all three of these? And in exchange, you'll give me your elite grade green creepers? Lin Yuan replied with full confidence. Brother Yang, trust me. The green creepers will not disappoint you. Smarty backed him up, nodding. Lin Yuan never lies. Seeing Lin Yuan's confidence, Yang finally agreed. All right, I believe you. Since you're buying all three spirit creatures, I can pack up my stall now. We'll head over in a bit to see your green creepers. He took out a box and showed it to Lin Yuan. Good thing I still have a spirit lock box. I'll pack the Rhino Rockox and the web-spraying spiders inside. Seeing the strange box, Smarty asked curiously. Lin Yuan, what's that? Yang explained. This is a spirit lock box, a patented invention from Ostrich Logistics. It allows spirit creatures to be stored inside. Once placed, their size adjusts to fit the box, and their weight vanishes completely. It makes transport a lot easier. Smarty's eyes widened. There's something this useful? Why haven't we ever used one before? Lin Yuan answered with a hint of sadness. Because our family never had spare money for things like that. Then Yang carefully placed the injured Rhino Rockox inside the box. Watching such a huge creature fit perfectly, Smarty was shocked. It's that big, and you really fit it in there? Yang sighed. This spirit lock box is copper rank. Unfortunately, I fear this Rhino Rockox will never get the chance to evolve into a copper rank spirit creature. After saying that, Yang summoned his own spirit creature. In the next moment, a strange creature appeared before them. Spirit creature name, Tumor-crowned fire lizard. Species, lizard family, horned lizard genus. Quality, normal. Skills, shedding fangs. When biting, it can break off its fangs, leaving them embedded in the target's body. Death roll. After biting the target, it spins its body rapidly to tear flesh and bone. Exclusive trait, burning venom. Its venom glands mix a burning toxin into its saliva. Petting his creature affectionately, Yang smiled proudly. So, little brother, what do you think? My tumor-crowned fire lizard is quite impressive, isn't it? Seeing a copper-rank spirit creature up close, Lin Yuan was thrilled. He scanned it and said, It's truly copper rank. That burning venom trait gives it incredible attack power. He thought to himself, this is a rare opportunity to observe a copper-rank spirit creature up close. Meanwhile, Yang was secretly impressed. This kid's amazing. At such a young age, he already has specialized knowledge like a spirit creature researcher. If he's not a natural prodigy, then someone powerful must be guiding him. Seems I made the right choice. Just then, angry voices erupted nearby. Old Yang! What's the big idea summoning your fire lizard out of nowhere? One vendor shouted. Our tough rabbit's too scared to eat now. Another added. And our fairy monkey's terrified too. Yang quickly apologized. Sorry, everyone. We're leaving right away. Then he and Lin Yuan mounted his creature. Time to go. Hold on tight, Yang called out. In the next instant, the fire lizard darted forward at incredible speed. Lin Yuan struggled to stay seated, thinking, this is way faster than the thick-hoofed donkey cart. Before long, they arrived at Lin Yuan's spirit creature shop. Yang laughed. Little brother, your place is even closer than I expected. Lin Yuan climbed down, still dizzy from the ride. Yang chuckled. You've got quite the strong body. Most people feel sick their first time riding this thing. But this is nothing. The real thrill is when you ride a flying spirit creature and see the world from above. Ha! Lin Yuan smiled politely. It's nothing like that. I should be the one thanking you, Brother Yang. This was my first time riding a copper-rank spirit creature. My place is simple, but please make yourself at home. As they entered the shop, Yang looked around and thought, this doesn't look like a place where a creator would be hiding. If this boy's green creepers aren't up to standard, friendship is friendship, but business is business. But the moment his eyes landed on the green creepers, he froze in shock. Impossible, a creator. There must be a creator behind him. Without a creator's help, growing such high-quality elite-grade green creepers is impossible. Out loud, he exclaimed, These are far better than I expected. Prime quality, an incredibly rare grade that even top merchants struggle to find. Lin Yuan calmly explained. Before evolving these green creepers, I infused the soil with additional energy. Their root systems are already well developed. There's no issue with their quality. Yang plucked a leaf from one plant. As rich sap oozed out, he thought, such dense sap from a single cut. This boy wasn't exaggerating. These are truly top-tier elite grade. My luck might finally be turning around. Then a memory surfaced in his mind. You haven't even prepared heavenly and earthly treasures. How dare you seek an audience with a master creator? He thought, to earn a creator's help, one must offer their preferred spirit materials. At my level, I can't obtain those, but if I build a good relationship with this young man. Just then Lin Yuan asked, Brother Yang, are you satisfied with these green creepers? Yang immediately replied, Satisfied. More than satisfied. Let's talk price. He continued honestly. All your green creepers are prime quality elite grade. On StarNet, they'd easily sell for over 40,000 Federation coins. My best offer is 33,000 per pot, and I'll take 100 pots. Though I doubt you have that many, right? Smarty's jaw dropped. 100 pots at 33,000 each, how much is that? But Lin Yuan remained perfectly calm. Sure thing, he said with a smile. Perfect, he thought. I needed a large batch to raise my spirit chi profession rank. Green creepers are the most convenient way to do it. Yang, meanwhile, was thinking, this isn't a small deal, yet he's completely composed. Looks like he's used to big transactions. His plain clothes and small shop must be a front, prepared by the person behind him. He asked, Little brother, how long will it take to prepare the goods? Lin Yuan replied calmly, 7 days. He calculated inwardly, 1 hour per pot, plus 2 days to deliver the spirit creatures to Xiaosh, and some rest time. 7 days is the absolute limit. Hearing that, tears welled up in Yang's eyes. Heavens above, it's a miracle! My luck has finally changed. This must be divine fate. Seeing Yang crying, Lin Yuan was a bit startled. Then he said, "All right, brother Yang. Come pick them up in 7 days." Yang quickly pulled out his phone for payment. Of course. But, little brother, don't you want to take a deposit for the remaining 70-something pots? I have the funds. Lin Yuan shook his head. No need, thank you. We'll settle the full amount when you come to collect them. After everything was finalized, Yang climbed onto his spirit creature again. All right then, little brother, I'll be back in 7 days, Lin Yuan replied. Of course. See you then, brother Yang. As Yang rode off, Lin Yuan thought to himself, now comes the hardest part. The scene shifted to Lin Yuan bringing the injured rhino rockox back to his backyard. Yenin came over and asked, Lin Yuan, will it be staying with us forever? Smarty added worriedly, we can't afford to raise it. Lin Yuan reassured them. Let's focus on saving it first. Then he told them, both of you step aside. Once they left, he began transferring his power into the injured creature. It's already very weak, he murmured. I need to hurry. Soon, the creature's wounds began to heal slowly. Seeing this, Lin Yuan smiled. Great! Let's try speeding it up. He poured in more power, but the moment he did, the creature started groaning in pain. Lin Yuan was shocked. What's happening? He thought, could this be the barrier to advancing into copper rank? Determined, he shouted. Hold on, my friend. Let's break this wall together. And unleashed even more power. Unbeknownst to him, Smarty and Yenin hadn't gone far. They were secretly watching from behind. Finally, the creature roared, its body glowing as a surge of powerful energy burst forth. Lin Yuan gasped. Success! It worked! A system window appeared. Spirit creature name, Iron-horned Runox. Species, joint horn family, bull genus. Type, metal type. Quality, normal. Rank, copper rank, level 1. Skills, rock horns, reinforces its horns with metal to deliver a reckless, powerful charge. Sacrifice, takes part of its contractor's damage upon itself. Lin Yuan blinked. Wait a second. Then the system added, exclusive trait, awaiting selection scaled hide, grows scale-like armor on its skin. Tireless stride, conserves stamina while running. Pain siphon, absorbs part of the received damage and converts it into life force. Seeing the list, Lin Yuan thought in awe, I can actually choose between these? And in the very next moment, the system displayed before him the list of evolved traits. The first trait was scaled hide. It grows a layer of scale-like armor across the surface of the skin. The second trait was tireless track. It conserves stamina while running. And the third trait was pain siphon. It absorbs a portion of the damage taken and converts it into vitality. After seeing all three traits, Lin Yuan began to analyze them one by one in his mind. He thought, so, I have to choose one among these three traits. 2 of them are actually quite good. This is going to be a tough decision. The skill, tireless track, would be completely useless for a defense-type spirit creature. As for scaled hide, it'll form a thick layer of scales on its body. It will increase defense and add a bit more damage during charging attacks, but it's nothing special. However, pain siphon, this one can absorb damage and heal itself. That means it won't just be a tough brute built to take hits. The more it's attacked, the tankier it'll become. Realizing that, Lin Yuan immediately made his decision. He said aloud, I choose you, Pain Siphon. As soon as Lin Yuan selected it, the Rhino Rock Ox's profile updated, adding a new skill, Pain Siphon, absorbs a portion of incoming damage and converts it into vitality. Seeing this, Lin Yuan thought to himself, if I can use both rock horns and Pain Siphon together properly, I can form a positive feedback loop. It'll become not just a defensive type but a heavily offensive defense-type spirit creature. He smiled faintly and continued thinking, this will be the perfect first spirit creature for Xiao Ji. Let's see who dares approach her now. At that moment, Smarty suddenly blurted out from behind. So, does that mean Xiao Ji and the iron-horned rhino ox will be a beauty and the beast combo? Lin Yuan turned around and replied. So what if they are? Xiao Ji's safety is what matters the most. Then, walking over to Smarty, he smirked and added, besides, aren't you a beast too? Meanwhile, Lin Yuan quietly noticed something else. Just as I thought, it's not only the iron-horned rhino ox that ranked up, my own spiritual power has also increased. The higher the rank of spirit creature I evolve, the greater the spiritual feedback I receive. The now leveled up rhino ox had also grown extremely friendly. It licked Smarty all over, leaving him drenched. Smarty cried out, Hey! Don't you realize how heavy you are? Watching all this, Lin Yuan's thoughts drifted again. Just evolving the iron-horned rhino ox to copper rank drained almost all my strength. If it were a top-tier creator using heavenly and earthly treasures, how far could they have pushed it? Smarty, still soaked, asked, Lin Yuan, how are you going to send this to Xiao Ji? Lin Yuan pulled out his phone and answered, obviously through ostrich logistics. I made a bit of money, so since I'm in a hurry, I placed an express flight order. They'll pick it up soon. Hearing the word flight, Smarty's eyes lit up. What? A flight order? Does that mean I can fly too? I'm going to FLYYY. And then the night fell. The scene shifted to Wee Palace. Inside the palace, a voice was listing ingredients. 3 portions of patulous sprouts, 1 portion of sun ebony, 1 portion of platinum beast blood essence. There, we saw City Lord Ling standing with an officer. The officer tried to speak. City Lord Ling, this. But City Lord Ling interrupted coldly. Don't speak out of turn. Then, the ingredients were all mixed together, and finally, beast blood was poured into the concoction. Instantly, thick smoke erupted, spreading through the hall. Feeling the overwhelming pressure, both the city lord and the officer protected themselves, thinking, just the creation process alone releases such immense pressure. It's even straining my protective spiritual aura, so this is a 5-star creator. Then we saw her, the creator herself. She said calmly, All right, Xiguang, summon the spirit creature you wish to evolve. And we were introduced to her, the Moon Empress, one of the 3 5-star creators of the Radiant Federation. The man she addressed, Xiguang, was a king-grade expert, while City Lord Ling Xiaowu, known as the Lady of Violet Thorn City, was also a king-grade powerhouse. Xiguang summoned his spirit creature and bowed deeply. Thank you, Lady Moon Empress. Here it is. The next instant, Moon Empress poured the entire mixture into the creature's mouth. As soon as it entered, the spirit creature collapsed to the ground, trembling violently. Seeing this, Xiguang panicked. Lady Moon Empress! But she said calmly, It's alright. It's evolving into a legendary grade. You just need to fuse your Warune with it, and it will evolve into a fantasy breed. Hearing that, Xiguang's face lit up with ecstasy. Falling to his knees, he exclaimed, Thank you, Lady Moon Empress. I, Xiguang, am willing to serve you loyally as a dog or a horse, to go through fire and water, to die 1,000 deaths for you. Meanwhile, the tiger-like spirit creature began to evolve, roaring as energy flared around it. Beside the Moon Empress sat a small rabbit with a moon mark on its forehead. The rabbit glared at the tiger, and the tiger immediately trembled in fear. The Moon Empress spoke softly. No need to go through fire or water. But regarding the creator promotion exams, they're held once every 3 years, and each time, a participant can only advance 1 level. Tell me, how can we truly select talented creators this way? Xiguang asked. Lady Moon Empress, are you suggesting that this year's creator exams allow someone to test for multiple levels at once? Petting her moon-marked rabbit, the Moon Empress replied. Only from level 1 to level 2. Anyone who passes the level 1 creator exam within 2 hours will be exempted from the 3 lifestyle profession exams and can directly attempt the level 2 test. Go, deliver this order. Yes, my lady. Xiguang answered immediately and left. After he departed, Ling Xiaowu asked, Is this because you think the Federation's exams haven't produced an exceptionally talented youngster in years, and you plan to reform the system? The Moon Empress shook her head. No. This is a private matter. The other two 5-star creators, Bamboo Lord and Kitchen Sovereign, have both already taken apprentices. Naturally, I can't let those two old fools get ahead of me. Hearing that, Ling Xiaowu was shocked in her heart. Lady Moon Empress is going to take an apprentice? But then, the Moon Empress's tone grew serious. And also, the dimensional tide is approaching. Violet Thorn City has the highest number of aberrant insect dimensional rifts. As its lord, you must remain diligent in your duties, protect the land and its people. Every rift must be guarded. There must be no failures. Ling Xiaowu immediately dropped to her knees. Please rest assured, my lady. As City Lord, I, Ling Xiaowu, will remain the backbone of Violet Thorn City. And then the scene shifted back to Lin Yuan. We saw him riding a flying spirit creature through the night sky. The owner, the flyer, looked back and asked, You all right, young man? Once we rise above the clouds, the flight'll smooth out. Lin Yuan, clearly motion sick, replied weakly. I'm fine, sir. The driver laughed. Your 100 questions beast, that little smarty, is quite lively. Shame we're overloaded this trip, otherwise I'd have let it come along too. Hearing that, Lin Yuan immediately remembered Smarty. How before leaving, Smarty had shouted, Take me! Take me! I wanna go too. Inen flies every day, why can't I? And how Inen had to hold it down to calm it. Even Lin Yuan had said gently, Be good, Smarty. I'll bring something tasty for you. Coming out of the flashback, Lin Yuan smiled faintly and told the driver, It's all right. There'll be more chances later. The driver grinned. Hey, we've arrived. Take a look, young man, don't be scared of heights. That's a famous and magnificent view near Violet Thorn City. The moon's bright tonight. If it were pitch dark, it'd look gloomy instead. Lin Yuan gazed downward, astonished by the breathtaking sight, and said in excitement, Yes. This is truly a once-in-a-lifetime experience. But at that very moment, while taking in the view, he suddenly felt something strange within himself. His eyes widened in surprise. Something is condensing inside my sea of consciousness. Is this a will rune? Then suddenly, Lin Yuan felt a strange stir deep within himself. He was startled and thought, Something is forming inside my sea of consciousness. This is a will rune. He focused on that glowing shape carefully and muttered, No mistake about it. This is a will rune that represents mountains and rivers. He began to ponder, which type of spirit creature would this be suitable for? Seeing Lin Yuan so quiet and lost in thought, the driver asked him, Young man, are you all right? Lin Yuan snapped back to his senses and replied, I'm fine. We've been flying over these mountains for quite a while now. How long until we reach Violet Thorn City? The driver answered, Not before morning, meaning, we won't arrive until after dawn. Lin Yuan was startled. What? But we were supposed to arrive before dawn. The driver hesitated, scratching his neck. That's because you came along too, and you got airsick at the start. I had to slow down for your sake. Hearing that, Lin Yuan's expression turned anxious as he thought of his sister. He immediately pinched his nose, straightened up, and said with determination, Don't worry about me. Go at full speed. Seeing Lin Yuan's resolve, the driver nodded. All right then, he said, and increased the speed. The scene then shifted. Morning had already arrived at the academy, where Lin Yuan's sister Chu Ci studied. All the students were walking toward the training grounds. Everyone looked confused. One student asked, Weren't we supposed to form spirit creature contracts today? Why are we heading to the training field? Her friend replied, Looks like the schedule got changed. I heard there's a practical combat class right after the contracts are formed. Another student said worriedly, Why are they making us do a combat class so soon? The first girl lowered her voice and whispered, I heard it's because of the Violet Thorn's 100 Suns selection. That's why all the academic schedules have been rearranged, to pick out the truly talented ones. A boy added, Yeah, my friend at another academy just messaged me complaining about the same thing. Just then, the instructor began speaking loudly to the gathered students. This session will serve as the practical combat class for the third-year students, and also as the first combat drill for the first years. After your contracts are complete, you'll be randomly matched, by lottery, to battle third-year students. This will help you familiarize yourselves with your spirit beast skills. Don't worry, it's only light practice. Now the focus shifted to Chu Xiai, who stood beside a nervous-looking friend. Her friend whispered, I'm really nervous. We have to fight third years. Chu Xiai, are you seriously going to contract a gray beetle? Chu Xiai didn't answer directly, she just looked quietly at the small beetle resting in her palm. Meanwhile, on the battlefield, another match was finishing. The instructor announced loudly, 8th lottery match. The first year's gliding squirrel has fled the arena. Victory goes to the third year. Hearing this, one girl clenched her fists angrily. This is so unfair. We just formed our contracts, and they're making us fight seniors who already have combat experience. It's totally one-sided. Then she turned to Chu Xiai, encouraging her. Chu Xiai, it's your turn now. You're the best in our class. You've got to show them what you can do, the instructor called out. Now we begin the 9th match. Are both participants ready? At that moment, Chu Xi's opponent, a third-year student, stepped forward confidently and said, Of course I'm ready. The students began whispering among themselves. Wait, isn't that foam leeching? I heard someone in his family works in the Creators Guild. He's even participating in the Violet Thorn's 100 Suns selection. Yeah, rumor is he only needs a few more practical victories to qualify. Another whispered. But don't underestimate Chu Xiai, she's well regarded too. Though, people say there's something wrong with her spirit creature. Meanwhile, Foam Leeching smirked to himself. He thought, just last night I got the latest news from the Creators Guild. To increase my win count, this first year will make the perfect stepping stone. Luck's really on my side. Not just the 100 Suns selection, soon, I'll become the Moon Empress's disciple too. This master is about to reach the heavens. Then he sneered inwardly, and I heard this first-year girl, Chu Xiai, is contracting a gray beetle? If that's true, she doesn't even have the slightest chance of winning. If she wants to blame someone, she should blame her poor family for wasting her talent. But Chu Xiai kept looking at the tiny beetle in her hand. Her eyes showed a flicker of fear, but also fierce determination. She whispered to herself, Even if all I have is a gray beetle, I won't give up. She took a deep breath and said aloud, I'm ready. But just as she was about to step forward, a voice shouted from behind, Chu Xiai! She turned around, and saw her teacher arriving, dragging along a yellow-spotted dog spirit creature. The teacher said gently, This is all I could manage. This dog is at least of elite grade. You can't waste your talent on a gray beetle. Chu Xiai opened her mouth. Teacher, I. But before she could finish, a powerful voice boomed from above. Wait! Everyone looked up, and saw a large flying beast descending rapidly from the sky. Even Chu Xiai was shocked. What? The next second, Lin Yuan leaped down from the flying creature and landed heavily on the ground. Chu Xiai stared at him, stunned. Brother! Lin Yuan? Lin Yuan walked straight up to the teacher, bowed slightly, and said, Thank you for your kindness, teacher. But I've brought Chu Xi's spirit creature myself. Then he handed Chu Xiai a futuristic-looking box and said, Thank goodness I made it in time. Chu Xiai, make the contract with this. Trust me. The teacher frowned uncertainly. Can we really rely on that? If not, you can still try this yellow-spotted dog. It's not very obedient, though. Hearing this, Foam Leeching burst out laughing. Ha! It doesn't matter what kind of spirit creature you summon, gray beetle, yellow-spotted dog, whatever. None of them can stand against my strength king beetle, which I've raised since childhood. At that moment, his beetle status screen appeared. Name, Strength King Beetle. Rank, Copper Rank, Level 1. Quality, Prime Quality. Skills, Joint Horn Ram. Concentrates power in its horns to unleash a deadly charge. Valiant Charge. Increases charge power by 50%. Exclusive trait. Can see through camouflage of spirit creatures below Copper Rank. The teacher's eyes widened in alarm. This is a Strength King Beetle, and it's huge. Even the yellow-spotted dog couldn't withstand one hit from it. But Lin Yuan remained completely calm. He thought silently, so it's already Copper Rank. Impressive enough. Meanwhile, Chu Xi looked nervously at the box in her hands. Brother, is this a Copper Rank spirit lock box? She panicked inside. Where did we get that kind of money? Don't tell me brother sold our shop. Lin Yuan saw her worry, patted her head gently, and said, Don't overthink, Chu Xi. Just focus on the battle ahead. I know you can do this. Seeing her brother's confidence, all her anxiety faded. She nodded firmly. Don't worry, brother. I won't let your effort go to waste. Then she pressed the activation button on the spirit lockbox. A burst of light shot out, and a massive spirit creature emerged. Everyone gasped. What is that? I've never seen one like it before. Its skin looks like solid steel. It was a towering iron-horned rhino ox. Even Feng Liqing froze for a moment, before scoffing. TCH, an impressive entrance, I'll give you that. But you clearly don't understand what combat experience means. I pity your family, for going bankrupt just to buy that iron ox. But Chu Xi didn't respond. Her eyes burned with confidence as she commanded. The battle isn't over yet. Iron-horned rhino ox, rock horns. The iron-horned rhino ox roared and charged forward with full force. The teacher's eyes widened in awe. This is a Copper Rank iron-horned rhino ox. Its behavioral conditioning is perfect. Among defense-type spirit creatures of this rank, it's top tier. Just one of its horns costs over 7,000 Federation coins. Lin Yuan smiled slightly and said, Teacher, you shouldn't evaluate it based on money alone. On the field, the two massive spirit creatures collided with a thunderous impact. Feng Liqing shouted angrily. How foolish! Your iron ox is a defense-type spirit creature. Why are you attacking so recklessly? Now I'll show you the power of an assault-type spirit beast, he commanded. Strength King Beetle, Joint Horn Ram. The beetle charged with full strength, trying to push the iron ox out of the ring. Chu Xi cried out. Iron-horned rhino ox, hold your ground! Her iron ox braced itself, resisting with all its might. Feng Liqing thought grimly, TCH, so close. For someone who just formed her contract, she's already supporting her beast through spiritual link. This Chu Xi really is talented, the teacher sighed in relief. Thank goodness it didn't get thrown out of the field. Chu Xi acted rashly, but it's just inexperience. But Lin Yuan thought otherwise. No, it's not rashness. If she's already grasped her iron ox's abilities right after forming the contract, then this was a deliberate move, to test her opponent's strength. On the field, Feng Liqing's beetle started circling around the iron ox. The audience murmured. What's it doing? Moving in circles like that, won't that waste its stamina? Feng Liqing sneered inwardly. Idiots, why would an assault-type spirit creature waste movement unless it's finding the perfect opening for a killing strike? At that very moment, his beetle found that perfect angle. Feng Liqing yelled, Let's see if you can even imagine who you're facing. His beetle launched a devastating attack. And in the next instant, the entire battlefield exploded into dust and smoke. Seeing that scene, everyone standing there was utterly shocked. They exclaimed, What a powerful charge! That iron-horned rhino ox, its opponent's spirit creature must be a power assault type, the one famous at school for its one-hit kills. Even the teacher grew tense upon witnessing the clash. She said seriously, Sigh, even though the iron-horned rhino ox is known for its iron hide, and Chu Xi is already doing her best to stabilize it, If it can endure the first hit, it'll still lose later from constant assaults. Letting a third-year fight a first-year in a practical match is far too unfair. I don't understand what the school administration is thinking. But Lin Yuan remained calm after hearing all this. He thought quietly to himself, it's all right. After all, she was chosen exactly for situations like this. Then she gave a command to her rhino ox. Use your skill. In the very next moment, the rhino ox activated its exclusive trait, Pain Siphon. Because of this skill, the rhino ox absorbed the damage it had taken and healed itself in return. Seeing this strange sight, the other students were stunned. What just happened? The iron-horned rhino ox's aura changed. Its wounds are healing. Is this one of its skills? Even the teacher recognized the skill and smiled in delight. Pain Siphon, it absorbs a portion of the received damage and converts it into vitality. This is a rare exclusive skill. Lin Yuan smiled faintly as he watched his sister's performance, thinking to himself, as expected from Chu Shi, even though this is her first practical combat match and her first time commanding the iron-horned rhino ox, she still managed to control the situation and seize the opportunity. Meanwhile, Feng Lixing was completely shocked by what he saw. But then, gritting his teeth in anger, he shouted, "So what if it has iron hide? It's nothing more than a slightly sturdier punching bag. Strength King Beetle, continue your assault." As soon as Feng Lixing gave the order, his beetle began attacking again. The students whispered among themselves, "Amazing! Even after so many hits, its power hasn't dropped at all." But Chu Shi's iron-horned rhino ox is just standing there taking the damage. The teacher grew worried and turned to Lin Yuan. "Lin Yuan, that iron-horned rhino ox you chose, doesn't it have any counterattack skills? Why is Chu Shi only taking the hits without fighting back? You're her brother, right?" Lin Yuan smiled and reassured her. "Please don't worry, teacher. You said yourself that Chu Shi's affinity lies with defense-type spirit creatures. I'm sure she has a plan." The scene shifted back to the fight. Feng Lixing shouted furiously, "Strength King Beetle! End this in one blow! Use your full power, joint horn ramp!" The beetle gathered all its strength and charged toward the rhino. But Chu Shi was prepared. She commanded, "Now get ready, iron-horned rhino ox! Activate your rock horn skill!" One of the students gasped. "No way! Is she actually using the field itself? Is that even allowed?" From the back, Lin Yuan smiled proudly to himself. Adapting to the terrain, well done, Chu Shi. Feng Lixing, on the other hand, gritted his teeth in rage. "She's just relying on cheap tricks. Crush her, Strength King Beetle!" The beetle charged forward again. Chu Shi shouted, "Keep going, iron-horned rhino ox! Use rock horns again!" The rhino ox activated its skill, and the next moment, the beetle and the rhino collided with immense force. One student exclaimed in shock, "That huge iron rhino ox actually withstood the hit!" The two spirit creatures pushed against each other, trying to overpower the other. The students were confused. Why are they evenly matched? The Strength King Beetle should clearly have the advantage, the teacher explained. That's because the Strength King Beetle's skill, Joint Horn Ramp, is a self-sacrificing attack that ignores its own injuries. However, against the iron-horned rhino ox's defense, each strike rebounds a bit of damage back to the beetle itself. She continued, "Moreover, this beetle was probably raised according to Student Feng's personal preferences, focusing only on maximum attack power and precise strike locking. He ignored the possibility that a spirit creature of the same grade could block its assault." After hearing this, the students finally understood. "Oh, so that's the reason!" The scene cut to Lin Yuan, who was calmly analyzing everything in his mind. This kind of high attack, high agility training method is meant to gain suppressive power in duels and end battles quickly. But if you fail to defeat your opponent early, one of the students shouted. "Nice! Look, the Strength King Beetle slipped. Looks like luck is on Chu Shi's side." The teacher corrected him. "That's not luck. Even though both are spirit creatures, when it comes to prolonged contests of strength, an insect-type spirit creature's balance can never match that of an iron-horned rhino ox. Moreover, the contractor's mental state also affects their creature's condition. All of this is written in your textbooks, understood? Meanwhile, Feng Lixing was drenched in sweat, watching his beetle falter. He thought furiously, damn it! A mere first year not only contracted a copper rank spirit creature but is now blocking my power assault type's attacks? Why is fate mocking me like this? His expression twisted. Fine then. In a practical combat, this is perfectly normal. Don't blame me for what happens next. He yelled. Strength, King Beetle! Create some distance, then attack the girl directly. As soon as the command was given, the beetle leaped back from the rhino and lunged straight toward Chu Shi. The teacher screamed. That's against the rules. And Lin Yuan's heart skipped a beat. Damn it! Chu Shi, dodge it! But before he could act, Chu Shi calmly ordered. Now! Use rock horns on the ground! The rhino obeyed instantly. Its horns struck the earth, lifting rocks and soil into the air. The charging beetle slammed straight into the rising stones with a massive crash. The impact was so strong that the beetle saw stars, and collapsed, completely unconscious. The students erupted in cheers. The Strength King Beetle's down! It fell at the edge of the field. The match is decided! Feng Lixing stood frozen, eyes wide in disbelief. What? The referee announced the result. Winner, first year Chu Shi. Chu Shi's classmates shouted excitedly. All right. We finally won a match. Well done, Chu Shi. Even the teacher smiled brightly at the result. She praised Lin Yuan, saying, So that's why she kept using rock horns repeatedly, to pile up rocks on the field, making the final rock horn strike powerful enough to flip the Strength King Beetle. As expected from the student I had high hopes for. What intuition! Not bad, Chu Shi's brother. I didn't expect you to help her achieve something so remarkable. The teacher got so excited that she grabbed Lin Yuan's hand tightly. Lin Yuan laughed awkwardly. Teacher, calm down. Your grip is really strong. Just then, Chu Shi ran up and hugged Lin Yuan happily. Then she pouted and lightly hit his chest, saying cutely, Brother, where did you get the money for this? Don't tell me you sold our family's shop. If we lose our income, what about your illness? Did you even think about your health? Lin Yuan patted her head gently and said softly, Of course not, your brother's perfectly fine, and our business is doing well too. Chu Shi looked at him suspiciously. Really? Before Lin Yuan could reply, the teacher spoke up. I shouldn't interrupt such a sweet moment, but time's short, so I'll say this quickly. Considering Chu Shi's talent, the school wants to directly recommend her to participate in the Violet Thorn's 100 Sons preliminary selection. Lin Yuan nodded. Yes, teacher, you mentioned that to me before. The teacher explained further. The Violet Thorn 100 Sons selection is the basic regional competition. The real goal is to qualify for the Radiant Federation's 100 Sons selection, the national top-tier competition. Even though Chu Shi is only a first-year high schooler, her talent is enough for the Violet Thorn preliminaries. The academy will dedicate its educational resources fully to her. She'll grow rapidly. Lin Yuan smiled and said sincerely, Thank you for taking care of Chu Shi all this time, teacher. Please rest assured, I'll also invest my full effort into supporting her spirit creatures and resources. Chu Shi bowed deeply. Thank you, teacher. The teacher smiled. Nurturing a good seedling is my duty. Chu Shi, if you have no classes this afternoon, you can show your brother around the school. Then Lin Yuan noticed a yellow-spotted dog nearby and asked, Teacher, what about that dog? The teacher chuckled. No problem. I'll take care of it myself. The scene shifted, night fell. Chu Shi and Lin Yuan were walking outside. Lin Yuan said, I already told you, I can sense spirit chi now. What else do you need to see? Don't you trust your brother? Chu Shi replied. I'll only believe it when I see it with my own eyes. Besides, that iron-horned rhino ox must have been really expensive, right? Lin Yuan opened his bank account and showed her. All right, see for yourself. Chu Shi stared in shock. So many zeros, you actually earned this much money? Lin Yuan smiled and explained. After my spirit chi recovered, I discovered I have a creator's talent. I took on a few jobs and earned some money. So, just focus on your studies and do your best in the selection. You don't need to work part-time to support the family anymore. Your brother is also preparing for the creator certification exam. Chu Shi's face lit up with joy. Really? That's amazing! Lin Yuan grinned. Then let's celebrate. We'll eat something good today. Chu Shi clapped her hands happily. I want hot pot. Lin Yuan laughed. All right, anything you want, I'll order it. The scene shifted again. We saw the teacher holding the yellow-spotted dog. She smiled and asked, Do you eat meat buns? The dog wagged its tail and barked. Woof! Woof! And with that, the chapter came to an end. Until next time, goodbye. So the chapter begins with our hero Lin Yuan. After meeting his sister, Lin Yuan was now sitting on that same spirit bird and going back to his home. On the way, he was thinking about his little sister Xiaoqi. He, inside his heart, thinks, Xiaoqi's studies have finally come on the right track. That means I also have to put in even more effort. After all, exams are not that easy. Thinking about his future plan, he says, I also have to buy the beginner textbooks for Spirit Creature Researcher and Spirit Material Analyst. That will be quite a lot of books. Well, if I ask Smarty for help, the work should get done. Then he remembers Xiaoqi's combat performance. Even though she in today's practical combat took advantage of the opportunity because of the skill's damage reflection mechanic, the real reason she won was her stable and sufficient spirit chi. The moment he thinks this, Lin Yuan becomes a little troubled. But right now my own spirit chi amount is not even enough for me to be called a true spirit chi professional. And on top of that, if I want to level up Mobius, then the exclusive trait clock spread has conditions that are way too harsh. He will have to start from normal grade level 1. He is still thinking all of this when suddenly the bird starts flying forward at rocket speed. Lin Yuan shouts in panic. Hey! Why did you suddenly start flying so fast? I still have to buy a few things. At this, the bird's rider turns back and says, Are you joking? I was already late when I dropped you earlier. If I don't show you the top speed of this black-winged wind falcon, then I'll definitely get a bad review. The rider suggests to him. Everything is the same. Just place an order on StarNet. Ostrich Logistics will deliver on the same day. After a while they land. But the poor bird looks very tired. Lin Yuan asks, Is this bird okay? The rider says, Don't worry, nothing serious. Anyway, the trip has successfully ended. Everything you wanted has been delivered. Remember to give us a good review. Lin Yuan says, Yes, of course. And looks at his items, thinking, this was really fast. In this era, online shopping is truly the best. After this experience, he decides I also have to set up an online store. In the future, maybe I won't even need to go to the spirit creature market, which will also be safer. Scene shifts, and Lin Yuan reaches home. He calls out, Smarty, Yinyin, I'm home. Hearing this, both spirit pets run toward him. Yinyin asks, Why did it take so long for you to come back? Smarty also says, We missed you a lot. But in the next moment, Smarty changes attitude. No! You didn't come! I don't care! I am angry! Seeing Smarty angry, Yinyin says, Smarty, don't be angry. Didn't I let you fly for a long time today? Lin Yuan also tries to calm him. Okay, next time I will definitely take you with me. But Smarty, still angry, says, I have the right to stay angry for 2 whole days. Even Brace Poke can't stop me. Hearing this, Lin Yuan laughs. Such childishness. Good thing I came prepared already. Lin Yuan takes out a gift. Smarty, this is an apology gift I ordered specially for you. The moment he says this, the fragrance of the gift makes Smarty's mouth water. Smarty says, Mian, with such a good smell, how can I refuse? I declare, it's not that I'm no longer angry. I just reduced the duration of my anger. Lin Yuan says, Okay, I understand. If you like this, I will buy it for you every day. Hearing this, Inin immediately asks, What about me? What about me? Lin Yuan shows her a pot. Tada! This is elite grade green creeper, specially for Inin. This pot is now your personal ration. Inin becomes happy. Wow! But yesterday you didn't let me eat this. Then both pets get busy with their food. Smarty then asks, Hey Lin Yuan, aren't you going to eat? Lin replies, You two eat first. I have to sort all this stuff. But the moment he looks at all the items, he becomes shocked. I didn't expect there to be so much stuff. Smarty also says, Mian, this is a bit too much. Then Inin's eyes fall on a separate plant. Lin Yuan notices there is indeed a different plant placed there. He checks it. Where did this come from? Let me see. There he finds a note. Buy 100 elite grade green creepers, get 1 lily lyra of the same grade for free. Seeing this, he becomes stunned. So they have this kind of sales promotion too. But suddenly, something strikes him. Wait a minute, lily lyra! Yes. How could I forget? The spirit creatures that suit me are healing type, support type, and plant type. Excited, he shouts. Found it! This is a healing type plant spirit creature that has a healing skill even at normal grade. He immediately says to his pets, Smarty, you and Inin stay downstairs for a while, okay? Take care of the green creepers. Smarty says, Got it. Lin Yuan takes the lily lyra upstairs to his room. Okay, let's try this. Then he begins giving spirit chi to that spirit creature and activates his exclusive skill. Exclusive skill, lock spirit, activate. The moment he uses the skill, he feels, I haven't rested for quite a long time. My mental power is not in its best state. Well, the arrow has already left the bow, so I can't back out now. He continues giving spirit chi, and then it's announced. Contract concluded. Lock spirit complete. Hearing this, Lin Yuan lets out a breath of relief. Great. Compared to before, this time my mental power wasn't drained at all. As long as I keep injecting spirit chi, I can start leveling. Scene shifts 1 hour later. Leveling is complete. We see Lin Yuan's status panel, normal grade, locked spirit, lily lyra. Elite grade level 1. Legendary quality. Skill, heal, recovers external injuries. Lin Yuan says, Phew, leveling is complete. That means Mobius. He immediately checks Mobius's status. Its spirit creature grade has also become elite grade level 1. And the same skill, Calm Mind, a passive skill that can calm the mind and gives a chance to resist negative status effects. Lin Yuan is still looking at it when suddenly Mobius starts pulling him inside. Shocked, Lin Yuan says, My grade really increased! In the next moment, he finds himself inside Mobius's locked spirit space. Looking around, he says, So this is Mobius's locked spirit space. It looks twice as big as last time. Then he hears Mobius's voice. Lin Yuan, can you hear me? Lin Yuan smiles. I can hear you loud and clear. It's been a long time, Mobius. After this, Chu Sai's mini-lesson explains some important details. When a spirit chi professional forms a contract with a spirit creature, their mental power is consumed. A human can contract only 2 to 3 spirit creatures in their lifetime, and the known limit so far is 5. But lock spirit is Mobius's exclusive trait. It has the same effect as forming a contract, but the contractor doesn't need to spend any extra mental power. The cost is paid by Mobius himself. The number of contracted spirit creatures depends on how many times Mobius has leveled up, and the price for this was that after Lin Yuan contracted with Mobius, for the next 10 years, his ability to sense spirit chi became 0, and his mental power became abnormally weak. Lin Yuan himself says, To be honest, even now it's not that great. The part begins, and Lin Yuan says to Xiao Wu, So you can speak now? So Xiao Wu comes in front of Lin Yuan. He looks like a completely different kind of creature. His body is glowing with a yellow aura, and he says, Reaching elite grade is enough. And Lin Yuan looks around the place and asks Xiao Wu, "So is this space your exclusive ability?" So Xiao Wu says, "Yes, this is my clock spirit space. As my contractor, you can modify it at will and store spirit creatures." Then Lin Yuan sees a pool in front of him and asks about it. "What is the function of this pool? I can't sense any spirit chi." So Xiao Wu says, "There is absolutely no spirit chi. It's just ordinary water." And Lin Yuan scratches his head and says, "Huh. Then this?" Xiao Wu says, "Water brings wealth." Lin Yuan starts looking at Xiao Wu differently. "You really have a personality." Then Lin Yuan throws a stone into the pool, and as soon as the stone sinks under the water, it starts glowing with energy. Seeing this, Lin Yuan says, "As expected, even low-quality energy stones used in flower pots can effectively emit spirit chi. In the external environment, some spirit chi will inevitably dissipate, and the usage efficiency cannot reach 100%. And Xiao Wu says, "But the clock spirit space prevents spirit chi from leaking out. If better energy stones are put in, the spirit chi will become very rich over time." And Lin Yuan becomes happy and says, "Then if I strengthen spirit creatures here in the future, wouldn't the efficiency be many times faster?" So Xiao Wu says, "Yes. As I advance in rank, the usable time will also increase." Then Lin Yuan becomes serious and says, "But all of this requires a massive amount of Federation coins to support. Even the lowest quality energy stones can't be considered cheap, let alone high quality energy stones. Making money is imminent." But Xiao Wu starts fading, and Lin Yuan becomes shocked and asks, "Xiao Wu, what's wrong?" So Xiao Wu says, "It's nothing. Currently, I can only maintain this clear state of communication for half an hour every day. The time is just up." And before leaving, he continues, "Lin Yuan, I am the first spirit creature you contracted, for your mental power and spirit chi perception over the past 10 years. I am very sorry." But Lin Yuan smiles and says, "It doesn't matter. These 10 years have also allowed me to figure out a lot of things." And when Xiao Wu completely disappears, Lin Yuan smiles lightly and thinks, "Besides, now I have hope again. The road ahead is still long." And he wears the bracelet again. The challenge has only just begun. However, for Lin Yuan at this moment, sleep is the greater force majeure. Later, Lin Yuan tries to upgrade the Jasmine Lily, and Enin sings, and Smarty tries to increase her knowledge on the computer, and Lin Yuan works hard. The nth day of working hard, night falls while he is working. Phew, is it this late already? And when he turns around, Enin and Smarty have fallen asleep, and Smarty is muttering in her sleep. Then Lin Yuan walks into another room and switches on the light. The room lights up. He looks at his other beasts, the spiders, and begins to heal them. And he thinks, "Great! The leveling exercise during this period wasn't in vain. These 2 web-spraying spiders are saved too." 7 days later. Brother Yang stands outside Lin Yuan's pet shop and silently prays, "God bless me, I, young Minkle, am 3 lifetimes fortunate. I hope this bet allows me to turn my life around." He walks toward the door and opens it, thinking inside. Thinking carefully, producing 100 pots of green creepers in such a short time is indeed too difficult. How could I have such good luck to run into a spirit creature store with a creator behind it? 10,000. He enters, and Lin Yuan opens the door to welcome him, saying, "Brother Yang, I guessed it was you." Brother Yang laughs. "Haha, after all, you agreed immediately, brother, and I have an urgent need." Lin Yuan invites him in. I know, see for yourself." At the same time, Lin Yuan is thinking, "God bless me, even if only 30 pots are completed, it's fine. That way, there's hope for my newly rented spirit creature breeding base." As soon as Brother Yang enters, he sees many pots of jasmine lily, and his eyes begin shining. And Lin Yuan says, "Brother Yang, they are all here. You said you wanted another 76 pots initially, just pick 76 pots out of these 100. Suddenly Brother Yang grabs Lin Yuan's hand, shaking it vigorously as tears flow from his eyes. "Brother, you saved half my life," Lin Yuan says. No need, Brother Yang, you flatter me. How is it that exaggerated? Then Brother Yang says, Brother, you name a price. I won't haggle down a single cent. So Lin Yuan says, then the original price is fine. As soon as Brother Yang hears this, he cries inside and thinks, I, old Yang, have met a noble person in my life. If he is willing, I would definitely become sworn brothers with him right now. How could someone from the Creator's side look at me? I'm overstepping. Lin Yuan becomes a bit confused, calling out to Brother Yang. Brother Yang turns back and says, Good, I'll buy them all at the original price. Seeing Brother Yang's strange behavior, Lin Yuan becomes even more confused, thinking, What's wrong with Brother Yang today, acting so surprised? After Lin Yuan receives full payment and Brother Yang takes all the pots, Brother Yang prepares to leave, saying, Brother, I'm going to get my breeding base up and running. You must come to visit then. If there are good things, I'll save them for you first. Lin Yuan waves goodbye. Definitely. Take care, Brother Yang. And he thinks, Is Brother Yang this happy? It seems Creator is really a good profession. Then he enters the room, looks at the empty space, and thinks, The room feels like it hasn't been this empty in a long time. I have to restock again. And he asks, Smarty, have you figured out the StarNet registration I asked you to learn a few days ago? But Smarty says something bad happened, and hearing this, Lin Yuan rushes toward the stairs, asking, What went wrong? He looks upstairs and sees Smarty with tears in her eyes. Lin Yuan checks her status. Spirit creature name, 100 questions beast. Species, feline family / wisdom cat genus. Level, elite grade LV1. Type, psychic type. Comprehended quality, prime quality. Skills, precise memory, can remember every minute detail very accurately when memorizing things. Knowledge analysis, can perform preliminary diversified analysis on memorized knowledge. And Smarty cries and answers Lin Yuan, I got fat. I can't eat energy biscuits anymore. Lin Yuan thinks, It's just that your fur got fluffy, right? He picks up Smarty and says, Smarty, you leveled up. You are already elite grade. Smarty says, Really? But Lin Yuan says, Don't you feel that you've become smarter? But Smarty doesn't feel any difference, and starts playing, saying, Of course, but I think it's because of my own extraordinary natural talent. If I could remember 1 energy biscuit's worth of things before, now I can remember as much as 5 energy biscuits. Lin Yuan thinks, It seems your favorite food has changed from braised pork to energy biscuits. And he tells her, That's really great. I'll have a lot of things to ask for your help with later, Smarty. Smarty answers, Leave it to me with confidence. Then Lin Yuan asks, By the way, where is Yinin? And suddenly Yinin shouts, Wah! It's bad, Lin Yuan, Smarty. Hearing this, Lin Yuan's entire expression changes, and he lowers his eyes, thinking, Why this scene again? He sees Yinin running over, saying, I seem to have shrunk. Am I sick? And Smarty asks Lin Yuan, No, you just leveled up, right, Lin Yuan? Lin Yuan says, Let me see. And checks Yinin's status, spirit creature name, sound bird, species, blue finch family / kingfisher genus. Level, elite grade LV2. Type, sound type / air type. Comprehended quality, prime quality. Skills, sound spike. Fires a spike made of sound toward a designated target. Turbulence. Flaps wings to generate continuous rapid and irregular airflow. And Lin Yuan asks, Yinin, your 2 skills seem to be for combat? Why are they unrelated to singing? Even though my singing voice is now like sounds of nature, I gained the air type instead. And Smarty says, Speaking of skills, we secretly tested them. Lin Yuan takes the wooden plank from Smarty and looks at it, saying, Was that mark caused by sound spike? Yinin says, Yes, we played by ourselves when you weren't home. Smarty says, Let's just try it again, to see if the power has increased. After a while, the 3 go to the garden to test Yinin's skill. Smarty is holding the wooden plank up high. Yinin says, Smarty, you are standing too close to the target. It's very dangerous. Lin Yuan says. Okay, Enin's 21st sound spike experiment starts now, Smarty says. It's okay, Enin's aim is quite accurate. Fire! Then Enin uses her skill, attacking the wooden plank. Smarty becomes extremely frightened after seeing how dangerous it truly is. After that, Lin Yuan pets Smarty's head to calm her fear and says, Good, let's look at the effect of turbulence. Then Enin uses her turbulence skill again, creating a tornado, and the wooden plank is destroyed. Seeing this dangerous skill, Lin Yuan is completely shocked, thinking, This power is far from comparable to when it was normal grade. Enin is an authentic combat class spirit pet. Next, we see that a delivery boy has arrived and is saying, Boss, the goods you ordered are all placed at the door, please sign for them. But Smarty is saying, Lin Yuan, let's test Enin's skill again, it can even pierce through an iron plate. Lin Yuan takes his order and carries it inside, and while going he says to Smarty, No, haven't we seen it several times already? Enin is tired. Smarty says, But my skills aren't as interesting as Enin's. So Lin Yuan says, Just let Enin have a good rest. You are 100 questions beast, your type is different, and you'll have a use in a while. Hearing Lin Yuan's words, Smarty's eyes light up and he says, Really? Just tell me whatever it is. Lin Yuan enters another room and says, First, feed those 2 web-spraying spiders something to eat. Smarty, scared, tries to feed the spider a lily plant, but he is trembling with fear, and Lin Yuan says, It seems that fearing arachnids is the instinct of most spirit creatures. Alright, I'm teasing you. In a while, first record the information of the spirit creatures in the store. From now on, matters related to this data will be handed over to you to help with. The bodies of the 2 spiders begin to glow, and seeing this Smarty says, Lin Yuan, they are emitting different lights. Lin Yuan says, They are about to advance in rank. And then the spiders begin to spit out web from their mouths and cover their own bodies with their own webs, and seeing this Smarty says, 2 advancing at the same time? Since when did you become so amazing? Lin Yuan says, It's the same as with the iron-horned rhino ox back then. They were already in a state awaiting evolution, but unfortunately met with an accident, and were heavily injured. After replenishing enough vitality, advancing is just a matter of course. 2 hours later, both spiders complete their evolution, and the system reports the details to Lin Yuan. Evolution direction, prehistoric reversion. Exclusive trait, fierce poison, causes its body, including the webs, to carry intense toxicity. Evolution direction, spiritual mutation, exclusive trait, sticky web, increases the stickiness of the web, making the web-spraying spider's control ability stronger. Smarty says, Wow, they are actually completely different evolution directions. Lin Yuan says, I didn't expect it either. Brother Yang laid a good foundation. Then Lin Yuan walks upstairs, and Smarty says, Then are we going to sell them? I've already registered the shop on Starnet. Lin Yuan says, Is that so? Let's go take a look. Lin Yuan opens the computer and starts typing, and a prompt appears asking him to enter the shop name. Seeing this, Lin Yuan says, Why do we still need to input a name? Smarty says, This was specially left for you, to let you have a sense of participation too. Lin Yuan thinks for a moment, enters a name. Shop name, No Lost Spirit Creature Store. Username, Deep Mountain Old Forest. Smarty looks at the name and says, I went through so much trouble to apply for the shop, what kind of old-fashioned name is this? Lin Yuan says, Can't suffer a loss, can't be duped, simple and easy to understand, catchy, I think it's quite good. Then Lin Yuan starts removing the monitor, and Smarty says, After messing around for so long, is the Starnet receiver installed? We still have to test the Starnet card later. Lin Yuan says, Don't rush, almost done, almost done. Then just scan this, right? As soon as Lin Yuan sets the Starnet card, everything around him starts changing, and everything begins scanning. Seeing this, Smarty says, Wow! This scanning effect is quite cool. With the card's help, Lin Yuan scans all his plants, and also the 2 spiders. Smarty asks, Do the web-spraying spiders need to be scanned too? Lin Yuan says. Those two are the top priority. And also, take this. Where are you running? Smarty says. Actually sneak attacking Meow. Then he hears about the virtual world and becomes shocked. Where is this? Lin Yuan holds the card in his hand and says. The storefront inside Starnet. Otherwise, did you think such complicated application procedures were just for an ordinary online store? Smarty says. Wow, so big, it's about twice the size of our home. Lin Yuan says. Of course. Although Starnet is a world composed entirely of data, this data actually exists in reality. It's just presented here in the form of a virtual image. Smarty says. Then why haven't the decorations from home been moved in? Lin Yuan says. Because decorations inside Starnet cost extra money, Smarty says. Such a realistic reason. Lin Yuan says. Exactly. I see, so the menu bar can be brought up like this. Why don't we go directly to this Starnet community and look around? Lin Yuan clicks, the entire scenery changes, and both of them enter the virtual world. Seeing this place, Smarty's eyes shine, and Lin Yuan says, Smarty! Don't run around. Smarty looks around with sparkling eyes and says, Wow, at least 80 meals of braised pork. Then Smarty sees something and says, Lin Yuan, look over there. Lin Yuan looks and says, A furniture decoration store, huh? Alright, let's see if we can buy some furniture to decorate the shop. A robot approaches and says, Hello, may I ask what furniture you need? Smarty looks at the robot and says, Wow. The big iron block spoke. Lin Yuan says, This is an intelligent robot. Then he says to the robot, I want 2 flower stands and a 1.5 meter high counter. The robot asks them to follow, and brings them to another floor. Seeing the equipment displayed there, Lin Yuan is shocked and says, This looks like we won't be buying for now. Even if we had money, this isn't the way to spend it. Smarty says, As long as I put in 120% effort, it's not impossible to handcraft it. Lin Yuan asks the robot, Do you have chairs? The cheapest kind is fine. The robot says, Yes, this way please. Lin Yuan thinks, At the very least we have to buy a few chairs, so it's convenient to sit when guests come. But after seeing the next chair, Lin Yuan's courage breaks even more because the price of a normal chair is 15,000. Smarty tries to negotiate with the robot and says, At most 1,000 Federation coins, otherwise I don't want it, but the robot says, Sorry, this exceeds the scope of my authority. Both of them leave disappointed, and Smarty says, Haggling actually didn't work. Lin Yuan says, Forget it, the other party is a robot, it has nothing to do with you. Let's go, finally let's go browse the bookstore. Smarty says, Go to the bookstore for what? Lin Yuan says, Didn't I say I plan to take the exam for creator? Of course, I need to buy textbooks. They enter another shop filled with books. Lin Yuan says, So many. I'll leave it to you, Smarty. Then he asks the robot, What are spirit materials? How to analyze spirit materials, appreciation of rare spirit materials, basic spirit creature encyclopedia, intermediate spirit creature encyclopedia, essentials of spirit creature observation, knowledge system construction for junior scholars. The robot says, According to your needs, a total of 327 books, with a catalog included as a gift. Would you like them packaged? Lin Yuan gives his address and says, Please package them into a knowledge chip and send it to this address. The robot says, Okay, please sign the confidentiality agreement, and promise that the purchased books will not be used by anyone other than relatives, otherwise the Creators Association will pursue liability for leakage. Lin Yuan finishes his work and smiles. Business is done, time to go back. This intelligent robot is really nice, we can also consider getting one to watch the store. But just as Lin Yuan is about to leave, a girl appears in front of him and stops him. She says, In-store teleportation? You are the owner of this small shop, right? Really, your shop doesn't even have a single intelligent robot. I could only wait here foolishly, not knowing when you'd come back. Lin Yuan says, Sorry, This small shop just opened today. Haven't had time to prepare an intelligent robot yet. And he thinks, this little girl, about the same age as Xiao Xi. Why does she feel a bit high and mighty? The girl says, so uncle, how much for these 2 spiders? And the moment Lin Yuan hears the word, uncle, from her mouth, his facial expression changes completely. He says, do I look like an uncle to you? The girl walked ahead while speaking. Uncle, please tell me about these 2 spiders and also tell me the prices. And yes, don't quote too expensive. After all, the name of this shop is no loss. Standing behind, Smarty couldn't hold back his laughter after hearing that, and he burst out laughing. The uncle pointed toward the small spider and began explaining. This small one, the one with long and thin weaving legs, this is a web-spring spider that has awakened the sticky web trait. The girl looked closely and, feeling a bit disappointed, said, what? That means it's not poisonous? Understanding the customer's demand, Lin Yuan immediately moved to the other side. If you want poison, then look at this big greenish spider. Its exclusive trait is fierce poison. Just as Lin Yuan said that, the big spider suddenly stood up. The girl was so scared by its sudden movement that she screamed and jumped back. Because of fear, she lost balance and fell to the ground with a loud thud. Groaning in pain, she said, ouch! Uncle, why is your floor so hard? From the shock of falling, her cap slipped off her head, and Lin Yuan was stunned. Her head was completely bald. Lin Yuan thought, no hair at all, she really looks like a boiled egg. But he immediately corrected himself, no, I can't make fun of her. I'm a professionally trained store manager. I must have professional ethics. Endure it, Lin Yuan, endure it. But Smarty, filled with childishness, couldn't control himself. He shouted loudly, wow! Bald egg! The girl's face turned red with embarrassment, and she screamed, aha! Quickly she got up, dusted her clothes, and cleared her throat, while pretending to be serious. Oh look, let me clarify first, she explained defensively. This is a side effect from the treatment after being bitten by a ghostly thorn bristle spider. My hair will grow back in a few months. It's not some congenital disease. And I am definitely not a bald egg. Hearing the name, Lin Yuan fell into thought. Ghostly thorn bristle spider. I feel like I've heard that name somewhere, but I can't remember where. Just then, Smarty muttered softly, but she really looks exactly like one. To stop the mood from becoming awkward, Lin Yuan changed the topic. Is it possible that you really like spider-type spirit creatures? The moment she heard that, the girl stiffened. And the next second, she started trembling violently as if someone just shocked her. Lin Yuan looked at her in confusion. The customer girl screamed loudly. I absolutely do not like them. I hate spider-type spirit creatures. Who would like those big furry bugs? Now Lin Yuan was even more confused. Then why are you looking for spider-type creatures? And on top of that, you even came into contact with a dangerous creature like the ghostly thorn bristle spider? With a tearful face, the girl answered. Because my affinity direction is spider-type spirit creatures. Now Lin Yuan finally understood. He analyzed in his mind, so that's how it is. There really are cases where a person's affinity type doesn't match their personal preference. The one who hates spiders the most is fated to form contracts only with spiders. He continued thinking, but looking at it from another angle, the arachnid spirit creature category is extremely broad. So her development direction is also very wide. And most importantly, getting effective treatment for ghostly thorn bristle spider poison is not cheap. This is clearly the power of money. Lin Yuan mocked in his mind, if it were me, if I had to raise a creature I hated, I would first dig a hole and bury myself. Just then the girl waved her hand. No, the one I want isn't here. Lin Yuan was surprised. Wait, either of these two? For combat, control and poison are both popular types, he said. But the girl insisted. No, the exclusive traits of these web-spring spiders are too weak. I just want a spider-type spirit creature whose control abilities are extremely strong. Lin Yuan was shocked. These two are considered weak? Frustrated, the girl said. I don't care about their strength. I just need a web-spring spider whose exclusive trait is transparent web. Even if I have to go through the custom order route and buy some elite grade, epic quality spiders, I don't mind. Lin Yuan calculated in his mind, this girl is really rich and stubborn. Transparent web is an extremely rare exclusive trait. Even in custom orders, if luck is bad, 10 to 20 spiders might be wasted and still you won't get it. But then suddenly, a bulb lit in his head. Wait, if it's me, maybe I can do it, Lin Yuan confidently offered. If you want a custom order, epic quality web spring spider, then I have a way. Tell me, how many do you need? The girl looked at him suspiciously. Uncle, do you think I'm some innocent cute child you can trick easily? Or do you think that just because you're a little handsome, I will believe you? Lin Yuan's face turned red. Who wants to scam you? Then he froze. Wait, did she say I'm a little handsome? His heart inflated with pride. I will definitely take this order. Not because she praised me, but because I can't watch this poor sick girl suffer. Yes, I'm just too kind. On the outside, he kept attitude. All right, as you wish. Maybe if you visit 100 more shops, you'll find the spider you want. Saying this, Lin Yuan turned to leave, and Smarty teased from behind. Go, get out of here! The girl panicked and ran to stop him. Wait! 1 minute! Lin Yuan turned back, pretending to act aloof. What happened? You're the one who said you don't trust me. The girl hesitated and asked. Do you really have a way? Lin Yuan answered strictly. If you don't trust what I say, then there is no way. The girl calmed down and tried negotiating. How about we first at each other as Starnet friends? If you manage to get that custom spider, notify me. I'll come and buy it. Lin Yuan smiled inwardly. Step back to move forward. Classic move. I have plenty of experience dealing with this type of customer. He rejected instantly. No need. Just come back when you want to buy something. The girl blinked cutely and winked at him. No, uncle, please don't be angry. I got scared because your shop doesn't even have decorations. I thought it might be a scam. Please just add me as a friend. If you manage to customize it, I won't haggle the price at all. Promise. Lin Yuan finally gave in. All right. Just don't blink. Let's add friends. Both of them took out their cards. With a beep, the connection linked. Seeing his username, the girl burst out laughing. Haha. Deep Mountain Old Forest. What a silly name. Lin Yuan just said, in boredom and looked at her username. Cloudstream. He teased, Cloudstream. Aren't shark eagles those fish that live in cloud streams? The girl's brain fried. She shouted angrily. Did you just call me a sand sculpture idiot? Lin Yuan defended. No, I said Cloudstream. But how could she believe that? Don't lie. I clearly heard you call me sand sculpture idiot. To calm things, Lin Yuan reminded her. Hey, don't forget I'm the important shop owner who's helping you get a custom web spring spider. The girl immediately replied. Stop that! I'm the important customer who's going to pay you. Just then, Lin Yuan's phone buzzed. You have received 10 radiant coins, the girl said with attitude. I've paid the money. Now I'll wait for your good news. After she left, Lin Yuan stared at his phone in shock. This girl's pocket is really deep. Normally, 2 radiant coins for a single custom web spring spider. And she paid the full amount for 5 spiders without blinking. Smarty jumped excitedly. Wow! So much money! Does this mean we'll never be short of money now? You mean always wanted a new record player and sound system? Lin Yuan calmed him down. I'm afraid it won't be that easy. This is the customer's full deposit. We'll only receive this money after we fulfill her custom requirement. Until then, Starnet will hold it in official custody. Then he thought more positively. Still, Brother Yang made the final payment this morning, so funds are relatively sufficient. Let's check the current price of web spring spiders. After some time, Lin Yuan checked his phone. The stored deposit displayed on the screen had dropped from 3.4 radiant coins to 2.4 radiant coins. He was shocked. Just the cost of 5 elite-grade web-spring spiders is 1 radiant coin. Seeing this, Smarty screamed. Why did our money suddenly drop by 1/3? Lin Yuan wiped sweat. Brother Yang's 3.3 radiant coins didn't even get a chance to warm up before disappearing. He calculated in his head, if I followed the normal cultivation route, who knows how much I'd spend buying spirit materials. No wonder that bald egg girl gave 10 radiant coins so easily. After a moment of silence, Smarty grew worried. If we keep spending like this, will our small Starnet shop even recover its capital? Lin Yuan reassured him. Now that I've bought an intelligent robot for the store, I don't need to worry as much. But yes, I'll still need to be frugal. I don't know how much more I'll need to expand the storefront. Smarty still didn't look convinced. Seriously, don't forget that before we arrived, not even a single customer came here. And that old model cheap robot you bought, it also looks kind of stupid. Lin Yuan encouraged him. Hey, think positive. As long as we complete that that customers order properly, we'll have plenty of funds in the future. Smarty sighed. Arguing felt pointless. Fine, I'm going to play with Ian. Lin Yuan shouted after him. Don't worry. I'll earn back this money quickly. After Smarty left, Lin Yuan's expression turned serious. He walked toward his room. All right. Enough jokes. It's time to talk to Xiaoyu. Scene shifts, inside the Mobius spirit lock space. The moment Lin Yuan arrived, he called out. Xiaoyu, are you listening? I wanted to talk about your next stage lock spirit creature. Mobius appeared in a glowing spirit form. His voice, as always, was calm yet strict. Lin Yuan, this isn't right. You must still spend money carefully. Resources are limited. We need strict control. But Lin Yuan smiled with confidence. Money is important, I agree, but the rule of investment is, by increasing our own strength, we can earn more, faster. Now, to the serious point. Xiaoyu, I've been thinking about your next lock spirit creature for many days, and I've reached a decision. But first, I want your opinion. Mobius replied calmly. Speak. I'm listening. Determination flashed in Lin Yuan's eyes. He took a deep breath. And finally said the name he had decided on. Spirit Sun Goldfish. The scene shifts. Lin Yuan is walking down the street, lost in thought. Never thought little Emo would be this easygoing. His mind drifts back to what Xiao Emo had said earlier. A spirit-absorbing goldfish? Of course. As long as you think it's fine, I won't object. But you should know that because of the spirit-absorbing goldfish's traits, the spiritual energy it needs to advance is more than 10 times that of other fays of the same tier. Lin Yuan had replied calmly, That's fine. I can't be completely sure, but I can feel that when my mental power was weak, you must have forcibly compressed your own mental power to protect me. So finding a way to help you recover as fast as possible is naturally my responsibility. Xiao Emo had only smiled. Then it's up to you. Back in the present, Lin Yuan opens the system interface and starts checking the options. Let's try the search function on StarWeb first. Impressed, he blinks in surprise. Amazing, just a simple search, and it's like an entire spirit-absorbing goldfish street of shops has popped up around me, but most of them only sell normal grade ones. It'd be great if there were elite grade. Can I just filter for the highest level shops directly? At that moment, a massive storefront appears before his eyes. What a huge shop! He steps inside. His gaze sweeps across the interior as he takes in the layout. This place has to be close to 800 square meters. It even feels like they deliberately shrank the layout to make the displays look better. The products are packed tightly, and each one has its own interface page. This design is definitely worth copying. Just then, the shop owner approaches him. Her name is Jessen. What can I help you find? She asks with a polite smile. Tell me what you'd like to buy, and I'll show you around. All the staff took leave today, so please forgive any shortcomings in service. Lin Yuan studies her quietly. So it's not an intelligent robot. That's a relief. I'd like to buy a spirit-absorbing goldfish, he says. Got it. This way, please. Jason leads him to a large pool filled with fish. All the smaller ones in the pool are normal grade, she explains. No matter the type, they're all half a radiance coin each. That big red one, more than twice the size of the others, is elite grade. It costs 5 radiance coins. Lin Yuan's eyes narrow slightly as he observes the fish. Truly worthy of its reputation as the legendary spirit-absorbing goldfish that can rapidly restore spiritual energy. Just standing nearby, the ambient aura already feels much richer. But it's so expensive. A normal-grade spirit-absorbing goldfish costs more than an elite-grade web-spraying spider. Buying an elite one outright just won't work. Jason continues. These spirit-absorbing goldfish aren't even considered good breeds. If they were, the price would start at least 7 radiance coins. But at normal grade, all types cost the same. After all, they're extremely hard to evolve, and almost no creation masters are willing to take on such commissions. I see, Lin Yuan replies. Thank you for the advice, boss. Jason laughs lightly. No need to be so formal. Just call me Sister Xin. Which spirit-absorbing goldfish you choose depends on your own eye. Right. I understand. Lin Yuan studies the fish in the pool carefully. In terms of potential, a dragonite type would be best. If it awakens a dragon bloodline through atavism, that would truly be a fish leaping over the dragon gate. But can I really be as lucky as I was with the rhino horn iron bull's advancement? Whatever. I have to test it sooner or later anyway, to see if the locked spirit space can accelerate a spirit-absorbing goldfish's leveling. If it works, the shop will finally have a clear core product. In the end, his gaze settles on a black-colored fish that looks a little foolish. All right, Jason says. Do you need anything else? Lin Yuan thinks to himself, the pool inside the locked spirit space should also be tested for its spiritual energy capacity. Then I'll buy some energy ore as well, he says. How many, Jean? Jason asks. If you buy in bulk, I can give you a discount, 500 federal coins per Jean. Then, let's start with 2,000 Jean. The moment Jason hears the amount, she freezes. Completely stunned. Lin Yuan pulls out his card and smiles. I just need to tap my star card to pay, right? Yes, Jason replies quickly. Ostrich Logistics will deliver everything to the address you registered. With spending like this, he must be a major client, she thinks. Dragon Eye and energy ore. Could it be? Oh, right, she adds aloud. If you're thinking about how to raise the spirit-absorbing goldfish, this shop especially recommends butterfly shells. They're expensive, but they work wonders for promoting Fey advancement. Got it. Thank you, Sister Xin, Lin Yuan says sincerely. You really think of everything. After the payment goes through, Lin Yuan's balance drops from 0.9 radiance coins to 0. His heart aches as he looks at the number. Even the last bit of radiance coins is gone. Still, this should be enough food for the spirit-absorbing goldfish for 3 to 5 months. Jason laughs. Let's add each other on StarWeb. Next time you need anything, just tell me directly. As long as you can pay, I can basically get it for you. Lin Yuan holds out his card. Sure. It's an honor. Excellent, he thinks. Rare spiritual materials are always in short supply. Being able to order them directly will be much more convenient. Sister Zhou, in a while I'd like to. Jason smiles knowingly. Let me guess. You'll want more energy or butterfly shells, and a few more spirit-absorbing goldfish? Yes, Lin Yuan admits. But for the energy or low grade is enough. Low grade? Jason echoes, surprised. Higher grade energy, or contains pure spiritual energy. Low grade or can only be used to cultivate normal, or elite grade phase. With that kind of consumption, just how big does his breeding base have to be? Heaven helps those who help themselves. If I can secure this client, there'll be a steady stream of orders in the future. But what's our shop's real selling point? Our specialty. Right. She looks at Lin Yuan and says, Customer, we also have a special service for old clients. Not sure if you'd be interested. Oh? Lin Yuan's interest is piqued. Please tell me more, Sister Xian. With the exception of buying back some fays from old clients. Jiasun explains happily. We also provide heavily injured fays, guaranteed fresh and intact, perfect as special spiritual materials. Lin Yuan's eyes light up. Really? When will the next batch arrive? In 3 weeks. Jiasun replies. If anything changes, I'll notify you on StarWeb. 3 weeks. Lin Yuan thinks. By then, my funds should have turned over. Plenty of room to work with. He heads toward the exit, but before leaving, he pauses. Sister Xian, I've been here for quite a while. Why is business so quiet today? With such a good shop, customers should be pouring in. Huh? Jiasun blinks. You didn't know? Today there's a match between members of the Sequence 100 at the Starry Sky Tower's Radiance Ladder. Most of the staff and customers went to watch. The Sequence members. Redbud 100? Lin Yuan asks. No. Jiasun replies. Higher than that. It's the Radiance Federation's Radiance 100. Radiance 100? Lin Yuan nods. I see. Sister Zhou, I'll be heading out then. All right. Your goods will be delivered later. Lin Yuan checks his phone as he walks. No way, the match already started. Only high platform tickets left? I have to go. I can't miss this. I want to see what the strongest young combat professionals in the Radiance Federation are really like. And just how big the gap between them and Xiao Ci still is. When Lin Yuan arrives at the venue, the place is packed. The roar of the crowd can be heard even from outside. He climbs upward, already feeling exhausted. Why does StarWeb still have areas where you have to climb stairs? He mutters. The match has already started. Good thing high platform tickets aren't limited. Suddenly, he hears cheers nearby. Go, Lord White Devil! Lord Shiranu will definitely win. Lin Yuan turns toward the noise. Why are they cheering for both sides? Who are they even supporting? His gaze lands on a small girl nearby. She's holding a telescope, watching the match with rapt excitement. Wow! Lord White Devil! Lord Shiranu will definitely win. Lin Yuan freezes. Boil. Cloud stream? The girl lowers her telescope and looks at him, only to find his face extremely close. Uncle? She says, startled. Whoa, that face is really close. At least put the telescope down first. Lin Yuan sighs.